Hello, all, and welcome to Real Talk with Canuck. Joining me today is Dork Night Live. How are you doing?
Let me talk to you. Yeah. With
Yes.
everybody saying Dork Night LV. Yeah. What's up, brother?
Yes.
Thanks for having me
Um,
on.
Not a problem, not a problem. But yeah, LA Knight doing the best Stone Cold representation he can every Monday night.
Dude, you know what's funny is I loved how instead of calling him out on Stone Cold, Roman Reigns said, "You're doing a redneck impersonation of my
Yeah,
cousin."
The Rock. Yeah.
that,
Well,
that was
yeah, it is funny. So today we're gonna obviously talk about WWE and AEW, but it's more about the wrestling online community because it has gone to shit. Um, absolutely gone to shit.
Let me talk to
Um,
you. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Um, Quite frankly, and I know Dork Knight watched the pay per view that I refused to pay 5 cents for, but that AEW just put on, but
Dude, dude, I hate to say this. I honestly hate to say this. One of the best pay per views I've seen in years. Really was. Really was. If you're like of a certain age, so I'm in my 40s,
yeah,
this was like a cross between old school 80s WWE with a sprinkling. That one match we'll talk about, we have to talk about. Little ECW with Hangman, empty headed Adam
yeah. Oh
Page,
God.
and Swerve. Holy dude, that match. If you only watch one match from that pay per view, and I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, that match was insane, dude. Like like I'm a hardcore wrestling fan. That match was like I was doing that. I was covering my face for a lot of that match. It was oh my god, yeah.
All right, so this is exactly what I wanted. Two different sides of the coin, because as far as I'm concerned, that match, both those men should be ashamed of themselves.
Dude, he drank. Adam Page literally drank the dude's blood and then missed it like he was Triple H spitting water. It was. I've never seen that.
Stupid.
Have you ever seen that before though? I've never. I've seen.
But here's the point, right? Just because you haven't seen an elephant fuck a monkey, do you really want to see an elephant fuck a monkey? I don't give a shit if I've never seen it before.
Dude, are
but
we
who
30
really
seconds in yet? You can't say that, are we?
give a fuck. It's my channel, goddammit. Do you really, like seriously? I don't give a fuck if I've never seen an elephant fuck a monkey. Do I really want to see it? No.
Fair
Right?
enough, dude. Fair enough. Look, I never wanted to see it. I didn't ask for it, but then I saw it, and it wasn't anything I was like happy about. I'm just like, in a month or two, I'm expecting to hear that Hangman's got hepatitis C. I mean, come,
Exactly.
you
It's the
know,
most irresponsible, stupid bullshit I've ever seen in my life. But what I mainly want to talk about, and I can get into how my pet peeves with AEW, but and there are plenty, just like there's plenty for WWE because they ain't innocent either.
well,
Um,
well, let me ask you something. This is the best WWE's been in like at least
oh
20
yeah,
years, don't you think?
maybe not 20 years, but it's been a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
The early
All right.
2000s were pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Just
So yeah, about 20
roster,
years. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, just roster alone, it's really hard to top that. But the part that's bothering me in this whole mess is the online wrestling community and how, in some ways, it's ruining it so much. Because, okay, you'll get two camps. You'll get the WWE only, and you'll get the AEW only. So those are your diehard
But
motherfuckers.
well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what corners of the internet you're on, but I'm in a lot of the communities I'm a part of are just like yay wrestling. They like they like them,
and
both,
that is the overall. But if you get into the Wrestling Observer, God
Oh,
help
fuck that guy. I don't know. Dude,
Right.
I'm so sick of Dave Meltzer. Yeah,
Dave
I don't.
Meltzer, the Ross Sapps of the world.
Or as what's Cornette calls him, Uncle Dave. F Uncle
Dave,
Dave,
yeah,
man.
yeah, Uncle
Yeah,
Dave, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But
Is it okay? I get in trouble. Is it? Do I need to turn my camera off if I smoke,
I
or is
don't.
it okay? Okay.
So the thing that bothers me is you get like even some of these like major channels that do wrestling. They're like, why are WWE fans so toxic? Why are they so?
What channels are you watching,
Oh
bro?
God, any of them. I
No,
could I
no.
could pull 'em
Okay,
up.
so my
Cultaholic, Wrestle-
well, see, I don't. So
Talk,
my buddy Joe,
right? Like
Joe's
Cultaholic,
Atmosphere.
Wrestle Talk, any of the big ones,
No, no.
any of your mainstream
What
big ones.
culture? That's why I like What Culture. They're the most positive wrestling channel ever. You know what I mean? I love that channel. Do you watch What Culture with?
I despise it with passion.
Do you really? Oh,
Yeah, I
oh
despise
man,
it all.
I love Simon
The
Miller, his
only-
ups and downs. I love
Simon
it.
Miller is the exception to the rule. The
Okay.
rest of them, I just can't. I mean, I used to watch Cultaholic because they used to be what Wrestle Talk or
Yeah,
they
no.
used to
So
be-
I've
and
watched.
then they split off. They became Cultaholic.
There's another. Why are they all from the UK? Have you noticed that most of the wrestling? That's why I thought
Most
I
of them
tried
are
to.
from the UK, yeah.
I tried to start the Dork Side of the Ring. I was like, hey, man, this will be an American show. I had guests on, and then everybody just left me high and dry, and I'm not good by myself. I need
Yeah.
somebody to bounce off of, you know?
Yeah.
So I want it to come back. I'll bring it back, but until then, I'll just keep watching Simon Miller, you know, because I love that dude.
Simon Miller is the exception to the rule. However, like what bothers me is even What Culture does it. If you look at how they spin shit, if you sit there and you just look back and you just take a look at their headlines, not their actual video, just the headlines. If it's WWE related, they will go so negative real quick.
Well, that's the thing. I don't.
They sugarcoat that shit so fast, your head will spin.
I've never visited their website. I've only seen because I'm a religious watcher of ups and downs. Like
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know how I came across it, but I did, and I don't know what it is about Simon Miller. Fucking love
Simon
that
Miller is
dude.
amazing.
I
He's
just
great.
love that dude. But I haven't watched I don't watch they have a What Culture podcast. I don't watch that. I don't watch any of their other stuff, and I've literally never been to their website. So I'm probably not familiar with what you're talking about.
Yeah. So Simon Miller is the exception to the rule. Okay, Simon Miller is awesome. The problem I have is the rest of the people on his team. They're very AEW, New Japan.
Yeah, what's that dude with the brown hair and the glasses?
I
He
don't
wrote a
remember.
book. He wrote a book about AEW. He's
Yeah.
you know who I'm talking. I can't remember his name to save my life.
The
But
other thing you have to realize is all these channels are talking up about AEW. And some of it is because they get the wrestlers on the freaking podcast.
dude, no, yeah, they have. You're right. No, they've had Miro on there. They've had MJF has been on there.
here's the problem. We all have seen Tony Khan and his fragile little ego. If they started bashing AEW, how much do you think they'd have wrestlers on their fucking podcasts?
Well, don't even get me started. Like Tony Khan is fuck that guy. Oh my god. If he didn't have his daddy's money, he would not be anybody. I just
No, well, and,
you know.
and here's the thing. And this is what I wanted to talk about mainly is this perceived notion that WWE fans are toxic, and you got to look at it from a perspective of me, who's 39, Dork Knight, who's over 40.
44, you know. Yeah.
You got to think about this, okay? If you're a WWE fan of that vintage, we'll put it that way,
Right?
you have lived through the Monday Night Wars.
Yes.
When WCW and WWF really went to war. Tony Khan, take note. A real wrestling war, you motherfucker, not this bullshit you're in now.
No, back when 10 million people were watching wrestling on a Monday night. Let me like literally 10 million people. So.
Yeah. So we came through that, right? Then after WCW, TNA started. And all the wrestling chat rooms and all the wrestling boards and all the podcasts and all the, well, there wasn't podcasts then, but all the chat boards and
Oh, there's like
everything,
Reddit and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
where it was WWE sucks, TNA is awesome, and then TNA fell out of favor. And then it was New Japan. Oh, New Japan.
So-
New Japan is where all the wrestling is.
If
And
I
then
may,
after
real
that,
quick,
we come into AEW. Yeah.
if I may, Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan literally killed TNA. That was the worst mistake they ever made, was bringing those two guys.
No.
Because my son, so my he's 20, he just turned 25 like 5 days ago, my oldest son. And he got me into TNA. He asked me to buy him the video game that they had. And I was like, and I'd never even heard of it, which was crazy because I've been watching wrestling my whole life. And so we get the video game, and then he gets me into watching. And this is like when Jeff Hardy and Kurt Angle was in TNA, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, in AJ Styles, and I was like, dude, this shit's good. And then they ruined it by bringing in a bunch of old WWF guys. Like, I love Booker T's my all-time favorite wrestler. Everybody knows is Bret the Hitman Hart. All time. I don't care.
You notice my avatar. You may notice that I'm a little Bret Hart slant myself.
Yeah, exactly. All time. But my second favorite wrestler is Booker T. But when Booker T and Kevin Nash came in and they were the main event mafia, I think is what they were called. It was fucking terrible, man. And then they brought in Vic Venom, what's his name? Vince Russo and Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff. That was like the kiss of death. I don't know why they did that.
Honestly, in retrospect, from my perspective, TNA died not because of Hogan. If anything, Hogan added a lot of marketability to TNA. TNA's issues was Vince Russo, Dixie fucking Carter, and the fact that it has been proven now.
I'd like to dick down Dixie Carter. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
The problem with TNA was they wanted a wrestling company, but they didn't want to spend any goddamn money.
Well, tell that to Hulk Hogan. They gave him all the money.
They gave Hogan money, yes, but on the actual wrestling product itself, they weren't financing it.
What were they thinking when they went head to head with Monday Night Raw? That was the stupidest thing they could have ever done. That, like, I'll give oh shit, I'm having a blank. The new one, AEW. I'll give AEW all the credit in the world. They don't need to be going head to head. And every time they have, even though they talk a big game, even if it's on accident, they can't even beat fucking NXT.
No,
They get creamed by NXT. They just need to stay in their lane. You know, there's different like this last pay-per-view is a perfect example. I guarantee you, like, hardcore WWE fans of like the last 10, 15 years would hate the pay-per-view I just watched the other day.
Yep.
Is somebody I've been watching wrestling for 30 plus years. I loved it. It had a different style match. Every match was different. You know what I mean? It was like a different, it really was. And even for me, the Texas Death Match was there were moments where it was too much, where I was literally like, oh, and that's coming from me, that's saying something. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen Terry Funk and Mick Foley death matches.
Mick Foley would go, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Could you ever see Mick Foley drinking Terry Funk's blood?
No.
Terry fucking Funk.
Yeah.
No. That's the hard fuck though.
No.
Like,
yeah, dude, like that was the crazy. I think you even tweeted me. That's the craziest shit I ever saw in my life in wrestling.
It's the stupidest shit that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And the other thing too with that match is, okay, I get it. You like take a look at Mick Foley, okay? If Mick Foley took a chair shot, he took a chair shot, and then he sold that son of a bitch. You look at that death match, they take a barbed wire chair, they bashed each other with it, and then
dude broke a cinder block over the back of Hangman's
and he gets
head.
up like it was nothing.
Oh my God!
What
Yeah.
the fuck are you doing?
What are you guys?
Right?
Is this an episode of Dragon Ball Z? What the fuck, man?
What it does is nullifies anything you're going to do in the future. It also turns around, and this is the problem. Tony Khan has based AEW on your hardcore internet wrestling community, your hardcore wrestling fan, your
well, he's also a big, like, when he was brought up on ECW. There's a big history of him at ECW. They've even showed footage of him as a child at ECW events. So I think that's why he's into the
ECW went under for the same reason that AEW is going to go under.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, especially in this day and age, there's going to be a time where Warner Brothers, who, slapped you on the wrist, Warner Brothers is not going to tolerate that on their network.
Okay. Let me give a little context because we talked about that before we went live. Yesterday, I debuted my first episode of May Divorce Be With You. I reviewed with my ex-wife, which is why it's called May Divorce Be With You, The Witches of Eastwick. And those sons of bitches copyright claimed my video, and I gotta do stuff to fix it. But it was getting it was live for 10 hours, had 150 some odd views. They show you the metrics.
Yeah.
It was like 146% spike in viewership, and I was feeling really good about it. And I go to sleep, and then I wake up, and it's down, which kills. Like, even if I can get it back up, they killed my momentum. I fucking hate YouTube. I hate YouTube, man.
But I had to let you rant there, my brother. So you're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah.
But like for me, the wrestling community has I look online and I just the internet in a way has allowed the stupid people that we would have never heard from have a voice, and it's like silly. Like I'll go back a little ways. Back when Edge was still in WWE and Christian was still in WWE. So this goes back a little bit.
Well, how far back? Are you talking because there was a little... Okay. Okay.
So Christian gets teamed up with Edge, right? And there was this person who claims to be this die-hard wrestling fan. And this is the question he poses on Twitter. Okay? Now, me and you are both going to roll our eyes, but here's the question. Why would you team Christian with Edge? That makes no sense. What the fuck?
Are you fucking stupid? Not you, but whoever asked that.
Thank you.
In fact, it's almost, to me, it's heartbreaking what they're doing. And I get it. Even like the Usos, they've been in interviews saying that they want to end their run feuding with each other.
Yeah.
I guess that, but man, as just like a hardcore long-term fan, nothing would have warmed the cockles of my heart more than seeing Edge and Christian do one more run as a tag team.
Oh, they're going to.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
I hope so. God, I hope you're right. I hope so.
It's the oldest story told in wrestling.
God, I hope you're right.
They're doing it page by page by page by page. 100%.
I hope you're right. I really do.
The other thing is the Hardy Boys need to go on a permanent vacation.
The Hardly Boys or the Hardy Boys?
The Hardy. The Hardys.
Okay.
The Hardys need to go on a permanent vacation. They've done enough. Thank you for your service. Have a good day.
Dude, I feel the brown-haired one. That's Matt, right? Matt Hardy. Okay, that poor motherfucker. He walks like he just doesn't. His
It's
body
not
don't
even
work.
him. It's Jeff. Jeff needs to hang it
I
up.
don't even want to talk about Jeff. He's got all kinds of problems. But Matt, I'm just saying visually, Matt walking like he can't even walk normal. Yeah, have you noticed? Like he walks like.
Yeah, but here's the problem with today's modern style. You have Hogan, who had a career. Yes, Hogan is fucked. He had so many back surgeries. It's not even funny. Doing the leg drop was not his smartest decision. Anyway,
I saw a podcast he was on where he was like, Matt, he was like, why did I do the leg drop? I've got the 24-inch pythons. I should have been doing a sleeper hold or something like that.
The leg drop fucked his back.
Yeah.
But,
Ow.
But the problem is now you have a whole bunch of look at Darby Allin.
Dude.
Do you think Darby Allin is going to be able to have a 20, 30-year career?
No, dude. He's got maybe 10 years left at the pace he's at. He's crazy. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so my point is, us wrestling fans have gotten so used to this absurd. I remember when a DDT could finish a match. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, back in the days of Jake the Snake.
You know, a DDT.
There was a chick.
DDT.
There was a chick in AEW who tried to who was doing that. She won a couple matches. I can't remember which one it was. She won like a couple matches with the DDT, and then that was it.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was, but it was in AEW. It was a chick. Yeah. It was a chick. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, where do you go from here? At this point, you're going to have to shoot a wrestler to pin them.
Dude, you can't even. What the fuck? On the pay-per-view, there was a dude goes for a power bomb, and the guy reverses it into a poison rana, which would have been an epic finish back in the day. 1, 2, I was like, what the
spot?
Yeah,
They Pillmanized the champion's leg.
Yeah.
And he's back before the end of the fucking night. The other thing they do, this is what drives me crazy about AEW, pay-per-view good or not, Adam Cole, the story that's being told.
Oh my God.
Adam Cole is too injured to defend the tag team title. Okay.
Yet he can step in and dude, I was so
final match.
Oh my God.
The fucking world title for MJF. They were going to let him fight that match, but he couldn't fight his fucking tag team match. The storyline goes to shit when you do stuff like that, and that's why I can't watch. I do watch AEW every Wednesday because I'm in dialysis. It's better to do. But
it's shit like that with Tony Khan that pisses me off. It's like, bro, you can't. No, man, you can't have Adam Cole's got legitimate. He had 2 surgeries on his leg.
Yeah,
and he's in a boot. And we get a storyline injury, and you're gonna that shit pissed me off. Only good thing that came out of it, in my opinion, was it felt so like Hulk Hogan 1980s when MJF came back, stole the fucking ambulance and actually still wins the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you could do that without fucking your storyline.
Yeah, no, totally.
Right? Yeah. You have them about to award the title to Jay White like they did, and MJF comes in with the ambulance and says, fuck, you're going to take my title without beating me, you motherfucker, and he gets in the ring. The other thing I think
they did kind of set it up when MJF was begging Adam Cole, don't let him take my title. Don't let him take my title.
You don't have Adam Cole go out there and be cleared to fight if he's not cleared to fight in the tag team match because you ruin your continuity. You moron.
Yeah. No, I agree. Totally.
Secondly, getting back to what I wanted to discuss more is the online wrestling community as a whole. Especially the Twitter one. Holy shit.
So I'm going to need some education from you on this because
Okay.
I do a pretty good job of avoiding toxic wrestling stuff online.
Oh, well, then just don't look at anything that's ever posted ever. Fuck. Okay.
No, I mean, I follow you. I follow Simon Miller. I follow.
You get these clowns that sit there, and they will say that blood drinking spot was the best spot ever done in wrestling.
No.
Meanwhile, there's the rest of us who have a sane brain that go, what in the blue fucking hell are you doing in this day and age with what we know about transmitted diseases?
Yeah, dude. Like, I do not wish this. As much as if you follow me on Twitter, people, and Canuck, I know you probably know how I hate Adam Page. I call him empty-headed Adam Page all the time. Not a fan. But I do not want him to get Hep C or any other disease.
Never with any harm.
But what are you're just begging for something when you're drinking someone else's blood. Are you out of your fucking mind? That's crazy.
It's stupid. And the thing is their fans, by their I mean AEW.
AEW, yeah.
Their hardcore fans eat that shit up because they do it in Japan.
Do they? See, I don't watch Japan. They do that shit in Japan?
I don't watch Japan either, but I've seen clips and I've read summarizes of.
Is that why AEW's getting so many Japanese wrestlers? Because it's the same kind of audience, I guess.
Well, it's not only the same kind of audience, but here's the thing. If you look at the Young Bucks, and
the Hardley Boys, yeah.
And you look at Kenny Omega, they were all over in Japan for years. As a matter of fact, here's the other thing that they do in Japan. They wrestle blow-up dolls. In matches.
What do you mean by that?
They take a blow-up doll and they do a wrestling match with the blow-up doll.
So, like a doll, like a blow-up.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Kenny Omega. There is footage of Kenny Omega taking a suplex from a blow-up doll.
Yeah, dude, I would never watch that. That's fucking retarded. Oh my god. Sorry to use the R word, you millennials and Zoomers who get triggered by that.
So
but
here's the thing. That's Japan. Japan is heavy strikes. Japan is really
well. They're also the machine chops and yeah,
which is in every AEW match known
now.
They bow up. Then they chop the next guy, and their chops look like shit. And Tony Khan, what are you thinking by bringing back Ric Flair? If you let that son of a bitch in a ring, I'm gonna lose my shit. Anywho.
Oh well, I will say, I popped my tits off when Christian gave him that fucking low blow. I don't know if you saw that. Oh, but it was gold. It was like I was like, yeah, fuck you, Ric Flair. I was like,
well, the thing is I'm going to say it now, and if it comes to fruition, you can either give me my flowers or you can curse me later. Sting has announced that he is retiring.
Yeah, at Revolution 2024. Yeah.
Ric Flair is now in AEW. The oldest story told in WWE in wrestling history is Ric Flair turning on Sting.
Dude, you took 100%. I guarantee that's going to happen. Guarantee that's going to happen. Yeah.
That is the oldest story told in wrestling is Ric Flair turning on Sting. And if the final Sting match is Ric Flair versus Sting,
I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to do that. I mean, there's no way. Hopefully, Jesus Christ, hopefully.
But here's the thing. You got to remember, Tony Khan is a mark. And going on that, remember this.
Yeah, no, he's like the
Remember
worst
this.
kind of mark.
The first match, big match on TBS.
Whoa,
Ric
dude in the
Flair.
chat, hold up. Is this true? Dude in the chat says Kenny had a match with a 9-year-old girl. Is that true?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. That's why Jim Cornette can't stand Kenny Omega.
Yeah, Twinkle Toes and the Hardly Boys, the Cocamunga Club. Fuck them.
Yep.
Jesus.
That's why Jim Cornette cannot stand Kenny Omega. So here's the thing, okay? We all know that Tony Khan is a mark, and I don't care if you're an AEW fan or not, you can admit Tony Khan is a mark. One of the
Dude, he marks out at every press scrum. He's totally a mark. Yeah.
on the first show on TBS, Sting versus Ric Flair. The final WCW Nitro was Sting versus Ric Flair.
So let me ask you this. Or go ahead, sorry.
You think that he's not going to go Sting's final match will be Sting versus Ric Flair?
I don't think that'll be the. I don't think it'll be the final match because if it is, Ric Flair is going to. Somebody in the chat said something about him dying in the ring, but like he
only passed out twice during his last match. Give him a break.
I thought it was 3 times. Was it
No,
twice? It was just twice. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was 3 times. But anyway, point is, man's got no business wrestling. However, I can't remember oh God, what was it? It wasn't What Culture, because I'd remember if it was. But I was something on the internet the other day was talking about Sting might come back as Surfer Sting because of something I think Tony Schiavone said on like a podcast or something. And that would make the most sense to me if it was Surfer Sting getting screwed over by Flair. Because that's like, to me in my brain, again, I'm 44, child of the 80s. Like, when I think Ric Flair versus Sting, I don't think of Crow Sting. I think Surfer Sting. You know what I mean? Like,
But see, here's the thing. Ric Flair as a manager, like they said, like Draven said in chat, is amazing. Here's the problem: Ric Flair won't be happy with just being a manager.
But he won't wrestle. I think here's let's put a gentleman's bet, like like $1, $5, something like that. I don't think it's going to be Sting versus Flair. However, I think in Sting's final match, Flair will be in his corner, come out as like the manager, good guy, but screw him over during the match, but Sting will still overcome it because Tony's such a mark, he's going to let Sting leave on top. You know what I mean? That's what I think. That's my money's on that.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I have a sinking suspicion.
Oh man, buddy, don't be mean. Hey, come on. Sting's got, dude. You can, you flat top it. You can hide a lot of the thinnage. Yeah. He could totally do Surfer Sting again. Come on, buddy. Be nice.
But Sting, to me, number one, I get a little
Parrot Head. Hey, sorry. I love to acknowledge the chat. They're the reason channels like ours flourish. I just saw Parrot Head. Hey, man, it's been a while since I've seen you. Thank you all for joining us for this impromptu. And thank you, Canuck, for so much for. And I am a proud coffee cup carrier of the Rambling Canuck, by the way.
But merch at merch store. Link in chat. Anyway, so Sting to me, I can't see. I can't see the mark that I know Tony to be, not to do it. The other thing the other
Do you see
thing
Draven's comment? Talk to Draven. Like he says, Sting is my favorite wrestler, so I hope they don't flub it.
Yeah, I think I don't think they're going to, because Sting has enough.
I don't think so
Power
either,
control.
because Tony's such a mark. I would not have this trust in Vince if he was going to retire with WWE. I mean, we saw how WWE handled him. He fucking lost his match to Triple H at WrestleMania. That was retarded. That was the dumbest shit. And then they shook hands after the match in a match where Triple H smashed him in the head with a fucking sledgehammer. That made no sense. Like I was so pissed at that match. You have
That match lost its plot when the NWO came out to help Sting.
Right? That didn't even right. That whole.
I'm sorry, they lost the plot right at that point. But here's the problem I have. Number one, in a lot of ways, AEW, from my perspective, is very good because Tony Khan has a lot of money at getting stars. Edge, Sting.
Well, something funny about Flair. I don't know if you know this or not. AEW is not paying Ric Flair a penny.
No.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I know.
He's getting all his money from his energy drink. What they're doing is, which is kind of like the Slim Jim deal they did with Macho Man back in the day. So I hope it works out for him, because I couldn't even tell you I don't even know what Ric Flair's energy drink is called.
Ric Flair has so many.
I know that. What's the U.S. champ's name in WWE?
He has an energy. He
Logan
has his own line
Paul.
of
Logan Paul.
Oh yeah, Logan Paul.
I know.
Has
So
Prime.
he has Prime. But I don't know what Ric Flair's is called.
Seriously, it's Ric Flair. It's Woo Energy.
It's Woo Energy.
Yeah, just like his Wings franchise is Woo Wings. Duh. And just like
Whoa! He's got a wing franchise.
Ric Flair currently.
See, maybe because I don't live on the East Coast anymore, where he resides, and I'm on the West Coast. I haven't heard of. What else does he have? So he's got an energy drink. He's got wings. Does he have anything else?
Seconds, and I'll tell you.
Okay, my bad.
So
yeah.
He's got Woo Energy, Woo Wings. He's got a weed line.
Get the fuck out of here! A weed line?
Yep. So he
whoa. I smoked pot like 20 seconds ago on this show. I've never heard of this. What's it called? Is it Woo Weed? Is it Woo?
Probably.
Oh my God.
yeah. Ric Flair has his own weed line.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Has his own Wings franchise.
So, but Buddy says, get the fuck out of here. Buddy says Flair and Hogan are partners in their weed company. Tell me that's not true.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think Hogan is.
Tell me that's not true. Look in the chat.
I don't think Hogan are partners, but they could be. But yeah, it's Woo Drip. By the way.
Woo Drip. Okay, why is it called Drip? Am I so old?
Popular thing. Yeah, you're old.
Okay.
That's the new wave. It's called Drip.
So Drip is weed now?
Yeah, because it's sold in a it's a vape. It's weed vape, basically, right? So yeah.
I pulled a muscle in my rib, dude. I can't.
Yeah. Ric Flair has his own weed line. He has his own wings line. He has his own clothing line.
Actually, Draven says it's a butter. Come on, we need a James. Somebody Google this shit. Is it a butter or is it a vape? Is that what you said? You said it was yeah. Oh my God, guys, I literally pulled a muscle right here laughing from this shit. Oh, it hurts.
All right. Oh no, that's the song. Because he has a rap song. Go figure.
Oh, hey. Flair and Hogan's are partners in America. Buddy. Dork Knight LV on Twitter. Send me DM me a link. I've never heard of this. That's crazy. I thought they fucking hated each other. That's crazy.
Oh no, Ric Flair and Hogan are thick as thieves right now.
They are?
Oh,
I guess time heals all wounds because shit, back in the day, they freaking hated each other, you know?
Yep. But
Well, look, who am I to talk? I have a
okay,
YouTube show
so-
called "May Divorce Be with You" with
so
my ex-wife of
here's-
12 years.
Here's the actual thing. It is not Hogan that he is partnered with.
Okay, well, where is it?
Ric Flair partners with Mike Tyson for a cannabis line.
Oh, that makes more sense. Ric Flair and Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Like, because they could spin it like a legend from the boxing world and a legend from the wrestling world come together to bring you the most mind whatever
Yeah.
cannabis. You know, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah,
So how does Hogan fit into that, or was Buddy just
doesn't.
wrong?
Yeah, I don't think Hogan fits in.
No,
Hogan-
Buddy says it's Hogan, Flair, and Tyson. Come on,
could
Buddy,
be.
give us a link, bro, because you know.
It could be. Well, they're all doing it now. That's the crazy part, right? There we go. Ric Flair drip edibles.
What?
Yeah, they're edibles.
Ric Flair edibles? So hey man. So funny story. Not that I'm trying to promote a show that YouTube took down and nobody can fucking watch called May Divorce Be With You, but my ex-wife, and I've known her literally for 30 years. We have 2 kids. We're really good friends. Since none of you get to watch the show because YouTube is, you know, Gestapo and took it down. Something we say in the first couple of minutes. The reason we're divorced is because if we were still married, one of us would be dead, the other would be in jail, and life would be horrible for everyone.
Yeah.
So we're good in small doses, and we want to bring those small doses to people online. And if YouTube doesn't allow us, we'll have to find another platform. I think I'm going to debut the show on Rumble later today. See how that
Yeah.
does. Does Rumble have the same weird ass fucking rules? Do you think? Because I do have a Rumble. I mean, I can.
Rumble is I've heard mixed reviews and not a lot of them good. And it's good on free speech, but the back end sucks like an ass.
Draven, where? Okay, look at my here, bro. I'll put it. I don't think hey, can you give me a wrench so I can give him a link, bro?
Here,
Real quick.
put it in private and I'll throw it in the mail.
Yeah, okay. All right. Let me do that. Yeah. Yeah. Just DM me on Twitter, bro. I'm going to give the link to him. And yeah.
But so with the wrestling community at large moving away from Ric Flair's extracurricular activities,
Woo!
that's-
You know, that would actually be a funny name if it wasn't Drip. Woo weed.
trust
You know,
me,
like,
he said it. It's scary. Also, Ric Flair doing rap videos is just mind blowing. Anyway, so moving on. So the wrestling community,
This is why I've been kicked off 3 different shows. I'm sorry. I have ADD is an issue. But if
So-
you've met my mom, who's probably, you know, Penny, I'm sure she's been in your chat. I just sent you the thing in the private chat. That's who I get it from because she's hella ADD. She's worse than me, if you can imagine that.
So what you get is with the wrestling community the way it is right now. I put it like this: people look at the fandom, right? So you pick a fandom: Star Trek, Star Wars, Marvel, DC,
Yeah, got you. Yeah.
anything, right? And they go, "Oh, it's so toxic. Oh, it's so toxic." I got news for you, motherfuckers. You are 20 years behind the wrestling community. Catch up. Right?
This is
I'm
is
sorry.
true. 100%.
You are 20
100%.
years behind us. Catch the fuck up. Because here's the thing. You will have AEW fans shitting on all the things that WWE does. And here's the problem. If you do it the other way around, oh, they're picking on us. Why are they so mean? Why are they so
Mike
mean?
Tyson's okay. Sorry, Parrot Head sent me a screenshot, and apparently it's true. Mike Tyson's cannabis company has acquired a majority stake in Ric Flair Drip Inc.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So it's not like Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan were like, "Hey, brother, let's get together and sell some weed."
It's all Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Mike Tyson was yeah. Sorry.
It's Mike Tyson associating himself with Ric Flair. There's Snoop has been in on it. Few other ones have been in on it. But yeah, it's right now Ric Flair is making more money than you ever want to talk about for the rest of your life.
Draven, I just followed you back so you can message me now, brother. Sorry. I have my Twitter set up to where if I don't follow you, you can't message me. But I just saw you followed me. I followed you back so you can message me now.
Okay. Yeah. So but getting back to what my thoughts were, and it's funny because I challenge you, take a look at the comment sections below videos. Simon Miller is the anomaly, right? Because Simon is very positive, and
I love that. I love that dude so much. He is like, and you know what's funny? He's a heel. When he wrestles, I can send you a link if you haven't watched. When he wrestles, he's a heel. That blows my mind. I'm like, he's the most positive guy on YouTube, yet he wrestles as a bad guy. It's crazy, you know.
It's easy to do. Well, no, it's easier to be a heel than it is to be a babyface.
No, well, I don't know if it's easier, but everybody says it's more fun.
It's more fun and it's more easy. And I'll prove it by this. How easy is it to piss somebody off?
Well, you're asking the wrong guy because I piss people off all the time without even meaning to. So.
Now, how easy is it to make them trust you?
Yeah.
You see my point there?
Yeah. Did you ever see my my one and only wrestling thing that I did?
I might have because I try to take in a lot, but
can I show you like 30 seconds of it?
I guess.
Okay. All right, hold up. So I'm going to do present screen, share screen, tab. Okay. So I know you've seen me do my Mankind gimmick, right? I do it on Joe's show, Joe Cronin's show all the time. Whoa, hold up. I don't want you to have to watch a lot. So maybe there. Can you hear the audio?
Yeah.
How's everyone doing tonight?
So that's me. That's corporate Mankind. That's me.
I'll tell you a little story. This is Foley's baby boy.
So I'll stop it there. That's you got enough, right? You know.
Yeah.
But dude, that was a bucket list item for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. That was like, I got so lucky. So I was at for almost a decade. I was the marketing director for a children's charity.
Yeah.
And they did cosplay, and I was never a cosplayer. But you know, I'm a fucking dude. My Mankind mask and wig is right here. Like that's how So I'm a huge wrestling fan. And one of the Spider-Man at the charity I was at is a referee for I think it was Anthem Wrestling League or something. One of the wrestling companies out here in Vegas. I think it's Anthem or it starts with an A. I can't remember.
Okay.
But anyway, so he was like, we were talking and I was, he was like, "Hey man, I saw you did Mankind on one of your podcasts." I was like, "Oh yeah, blah, blah, blah." He's like, "Fucking dress up as Mankind at one of our events and I could probably get you in the ring." And I was like, "Get the fuck out of here." He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, so I did it. Just because it was a bucket list dream item for me. And it was, dude, I didn't play the whole clip, but at the end I'm in there. In fact, I'm only in there 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And what we did is a guy came out. Actually, no, hold up. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna play. I should have played the last bit. Okay. So let me get it to that, because this one of their bad guys with whatever Anthem, or I can't remember what their name is. Oh. He comes out with like a Final Fantasy VII sword, like some over the top sword. And because I said I was cutting a promo for my charity, talking about it's the best children's charity, blah 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 blah. And if you have a problem with that, you can take it up with. And then I reached into my pants and pulled out Sacco and put it on. And I said, "Mr. Sacco!" And this dude comes out. Okay, all right. So I got it queued up. Let me present it again. Share. All right. All right, you see that big ass Final Fantasy VII sword? All right. Look at this. Made me look like a superstar. I slammed him from my knees. I love it. It was so awesome. Look at that. I couldn't even stand up. After that, did you see that, how I fell? Yeah. I literally tried to stand up and couldn't do it because I was so gassed after 90 seconds in a wrestling ring. So mad respect to all those people that, all the wrestlers. And
well, it's funny because, like, for me, like, Drevin is saying that he streams wrestling, and that's awesome. And then that he used to wrestle on the indies, which is amazing. I used to work with a indie wrestler who actually used to wrestle with Chris Jericho, Edge, Christian when they were all in the minor leagues.
Parrot.
Never mind.
No. Go ahead. He actually, I just proved his point. I was going to say, Parrot Head, why are you calling me a squirrel? And I just interrupted you looking at a squirrel. So go ahead.
The gentleman I used to work with was Chi Cruz. And anybody that knows like the major independent scene in Canada will know that name. But he used to wrestle with Chris Jericho, Edge, Christian, all them when they were in the minors, before they hit WWE and WCW respectively.
Why did you leave out Chris Benoit? I'm just curious.
Chris?
Is it because the stigma attached to his death, or or
Chris Benoit?
I mean, Chris Benoit was in that same camp you just mentioned, but you just kind of to me, it seemed like a glaring omission.
I don't bring him up.
Okay, all right, dude. Yeah, I get it, but Jesus, man, some of the best wrestling matches that ever took place. Like the Owen Hart tribute match between Bret and Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
Fucking a great match. Chris Benoit versus Chris Jericho. Amazing match. Like Chris Benoit brought the best out of everybody he ever wrestled.
The problem with talking about Chris Benoit is you can acknowledge what he did in the ring.
Look, man, I'm not trying to make excuses. I think, first of all, his finisher move was the flying headbutt. Look at the Dynamite Kid. You're just asking for, what do they call it? Concussion syndrome, whatever, or you're just begging for that shit. I think he had literal brain damage. Read a passage in the Bible when he was too fucked up and decided I need to kill myself and my family so we can go to heaven together. I think it was something like that.
I think I'll steal a line from a man who's much better on the mic than I ever will be, Mr. Paul Heyman. when Paul Heyman put it this way, 3 people died that night and 2 people didn't have a choice. So as far as I'm concerned, fuck them. I agree
with that. No, I agree. I will never ever, especially because my name is Danny. Chris Benoit's son's name was Danny. It took me. It took me a couple years because what's that guy's name? He was a wrestler, but now he's like shit. He was from Harvard. He runs some kind of like CTE thing.
Not sure. There's
No, it was a big. He was a Nowowski or something. He had some kind of Polish name. Somebody in the chat help me out. But anyways, he's the one that changed my mind on Chris Benoit. Like, because I thought Chris Benoit was a piece of shit for years.
Yeah, but as far as I'm concerned, it's like, I'm sorry, but the good you did doesn't outweigh the end. And
No, well, dude, no, hold up. And maybe I'm just trying to make myself feel better as a recovering do what? Yes, Christopher Nowinski. Yes, that's him. He's the one that changed my mind on Chris Benoit because he broke it down in a way so I have I don't mind. Fuck it. I'm an alcoholic and I have mental health issues. And both of those things are not curable. There's something you have to deal with for the remainder of your life. You just treat them, you know what I mean, to try to offset them. So the way Christopher Nowinski was explaining it was that Benoit basically had like hundreds of concussions over his career that it basically broke his brain, you know, and if he was in his right frame of mind, he would have never did what he did.
Yeah, but at the same time, I get that, and I can respect that. But at the end of the day, as Paul Heyman said, 3 people died that night, 2 people didn't have a choice. And
sadly, that's true.
Unfortunately, as hard as it is to say, because yes, there were some great matches by Chris Benoit. However, the way
Canuck.
the man chose to go out.
Canuck, are you a Star Wars fan? Are you a
Yeah.
Star Wars fan? Okay. Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Which is why I've been a Sith since day one.
At least you own it. Okay. All right.
I'll give Palpatine a run for his money.
Jesus.
But, you know, like, to me, the wrestling community itself.
Let's talk about that because that was the whole. We haven't really talked about that, and I thought that was the whole point of the show.
Kind of getting back there, yeah.
Yeah.
So the wrestling community as a whole needs to get back to what you were talking about. Just enjoy wrestling. There's never going to be a Monday Night War again, ever. It's not going to happen. Okay.
I'm
sorry to ruin, you know, people's, you know, fantasies. It's not going to happen.
May I say something real quick?
Yep.
It's not just because, you know, WWE's got such a monopoly. It's like the state of society. So back in the 90s, when 10 million people used to watch wrestling on a Monday night, they didn't have the internet was like, we had AOL. It was in its infancy. We didn't have social media. We didn't have all the outlets that we have now. That's why I care more. That's why I brought up that's why I think it's a fucking ingenious decision that WWE brought in somebody like a Logan Paul, because he's fucking huge on social media, which is arguably bigger than cable television. I haven't had cable TV in over 15 years. I'm 40 fucking 4. Like my mom still has, well, she has satellite, she has DirecTV, but you know, like I haven't had satellite or cable TV in over 15 years. And I feel like people my age, the majority of people my age are in that boat. I feel like the majority of people in my mom's age are still reading the fucking newspaper and watching ABC through their cable provider type of thing. You know what I mean? It's a generational thing. And what do you think about
Here's
that?
the problem with the Monday Night War, or Wednesday Night War, or Thursday Night War, or Friday
Or
Night
Tuesday?
War, or
No, NXT's
whatever
on
the
two.
fucking
Yeah.
day, pick it. I don't care. The problem is back in the '90s when we had the Monday Night Wars, you couldn't DVR that shit.
You couldn't.
had
You had
To
A-
pick, you had to pick. You could
a
flip back and forth.
fucking men.
You could
Amen.
flip back and forth. You could
Dude.
have another TV with a VCR
And-
recording that shit. But
Ugh.
you could not DVR that shit.
It
was must-watch TV.
was,
don't have
what
must-watch TV anymore.
you don't.
Period.
You don't. And I wish they would fucking fabricate it somehow. So when Scott Hall showed up on Nitro, through the crowd, and like, hey yo, you know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here, or whatever the fuck he said. I showed, so, my 25-year-old, this is probably like 10, 15 years ago. I got him in like when I was like trying to get him into, wrestling or whatever. Shit, it's probably even 20 years ago. I showed him like they had because on the WWE when they're Peacock sucks, by the way. I just want to say that when it comes to WWE, Peacock is fucking garbage. WWE Network was the WWE Network was way better.
Try having WWE Network in Canada. It sucks ass too. Anyway.
Really? Oh
yeah.
I
compared to
forget.
The American one, the Canadian one.
Well, no. Well, so before Peacock bought WWE Network, I used to have WWE Network, and I loved it. It was fucking. I could
You
search
guys had
like.
more options than we did. We
Hey,
still
oh.
had to go through it. See, here's the catch. Okay. In the States, when you wanted WWE Network, you went to www.com and you bought the WWE Network. Right?
It was $9.99 a month. Yeah. It's
All
nothing.
right. If you lived in Canada, you had to go through your cable provider and get it on your cable.
Really?
Yes.
How much did it cost adding it? If you don't mind me asking.
$10.99 a month.
Okay. It's the same. So $1 more. Okay.
But it was on your cable box. So not only did you have to pay for WWE Network, you had to pay your cable bill too. So you had to have an active cable subscription to be able to get
So
the WWE Network.
how is it now that Peacock? How is it in Canada now? Like
Same. We don't have Peacock. So it's the same. You have to go through the cable network.
you don't have Peacock?
No.
Dude, Peacock cost me like I can't remember. It's either like $5.99 or $6. It's the cheapest of all the streaming services.
Different.
And you get
Here.
everything, including WWE. Although the WWE shit, so it's sad, and I don't condone piracy or illegal. I'm paying Peacock, but it's sad when I can say it's easier for me to find a fucking wrestling match on Daily Motion than it is on Peacock, the service I pay to see this shit on.
Yes. But you see, it's different. See, in the States, you guys get it real easy. Up here, we have to, the cable companies forced WWE to make sure that they were the only ones that could provide it. So you still have to go through your cable provider to get the network.
Well, how do you watch AEW then? Does WWE have a monopoly up there?
It's on SportsCenter. Actually,
on what?
Here, this will blow your mind. Okay, so up here, Monday Night Raw is not on Fox or USA. SmackDown is not on Fox. Up here, it's on SportsCenter.
What you keep saying this? Sports Center is a show on ESPN. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah. Canada, Monday Night Raw is on Channel 34. SmackDown is on Channel 34. And AEW is on Channel 30, which is also Sports Center.
All right, hold up. Is Sports Center the same in Canada? Is it ESPN?
Yeah. It's the Canadian affiliate.
It's the Canadian version of ESPN?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So both AEW and WWE are on the same network.
That's fucking. Well, I know that's the case in the UK because TNT Sports shows both AEW and WWE in the UK.
Yeah. But no,
Yeah.
up here, WWE is on Channel 34. If you have a certain cable provider, it's on a different channel if you have Shaw. Anyway, it's on Sports Center. So you have to get the whole Sports Center package to get Raw and SmackDown. You have to get the entire Sports Center package to get all three. You
So,
do not get Rampage and you do not get Collision,
wow,
which is
you're not really missing. You're not missing
not
anything
missing
with Rampage. Yeah.
right.
So my mom, you know, because she's old, has DirecTV. And so I have a smart TV where I do streaming and stuff with channels, like a phone. You know what I mean? Like, and because she has DirecTV and she loves me and shares her username and password with me, I can install. I have the TBS, the TNT, the USA, CW. I have like all these apps
Yeah.
that I can log into and get verified through her.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So that's how I watch.
Yeah, I watch it dialysis because I don't have cable. So Monday night, while I'm at dialysis, I watch Raw. Wednesday night, I watch, I watch AEW. Friday night, I watch SmackDown. While I'm sitting on the dialysis machine, and my blood pressure machine goes off more on a Wednesday night than it does on a Monday or a Friday.
Hey man, well, when we get off, I don't want to bring the chat down, but when we get off air, I'd like to talk to you about some of that.
Yeah. Getting back to what we were originally going to talk about, which is the wrestling community online, which is
Yes.
completely different. And I want to stress this. The wrestling community is one thing. The internet wrestling community is a completely different monstrosity.
So I'm just glad I have totally avoided the internet wrestling community because, like, that's why I want to talk about this because I don't know what you're talking about because I'm just blessed. Apparently, I've no awareness of the toxic internet wrestling community. You know what I mean?
Hold on one second. All right.
Don't fuck up my life. Don't do that. Are you? What'd you say? Hold up a second. Are you getting? Don't show me a link that's gonna fuck up my life. Come on.
Well, I could do that quite easily, actually.
No, please, man. I bought your coffee cup, bro. Come on.
So
Mostly because you're also a fellow hitman
yes,
fan. You know.
Brett is awesome, even if he, is still pissed off at Bill Goldberg. But
He's got every. Well, wow. Okay, if you're gonna bring, you know what? You said it. Sorry. He's got every right to. No, he has every fucking right to be.
yeah,
Bill Goldberg has no fucking place being in the Hall of Fame. He was a garbage wrestler. He was a piece of shit. He did not know how to protect his
I will put this as bluntly as I can. I will put this as bluntly and simply as I can. Goldberg was the '90s version of the Ultimate Warrior. Enough.
Yeah,
said.
dude. No, perfect. That's perfectly said. 100%, dude. Dude, I can't believe I never thought of that. That's perfectly said. Yes. He
Goldberg
was the 90s version of the fucking Ultimate War. I'm tweeting that when we're done with this show. I'll give you credit, but I'm tweeting that because it's true.
Yeah,
Gee,
100%.
yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So now here's the problem. The wrestling community as a whole is still flourishing. The problem we have is just like everything else in this fucking world, we have found ways to divide each other. If you're a New Japan fan, you can't be a fan of WWE. If you're a AEW fan, you can't be a fan of WWE. If you're a WWE fan, you can't be a fan of anything else. Nothing. None of it. And it's so much bullshit. The other thing we need to do
is that
also, hold on. We
Okay.
also need to educate these fans because I got news for you. They are in this modern age, just like in Star Wars, just like in Star Trek, just like in Marvel, just like in DC, just like in any other genre you want to look at, wrestling is no different. The modern fans have no fucking clue what came before. And they
All right.
talk like they do.
I'm not trying to derail. I literally just got this. Can you see
No, I can't.
fucking
It's all
blur
blurry.
thing? It says your video contains content from Warner Brothers Entertainment, who has blocked it on copyright grounds.
Yep.
Thanks for telling me like 8 hours after you did it, assholes. Jesus.
Yeah, well, I knew that because when I pulled up the video, it said it. But
Oh, okay.
so what you do is you look at it like this. The new fans need to be re-educated because here's the problem. Even in this modern day, ratings do matter. There is only so long that
Whoa. You really think ratings still matter? Because I don't.
Yep. Oh, I can prove it. I can prove it simply.
Oh, go ahead. Try. Because I disagree. I think it's all about social media now, unfortunately.
No, because here's
Really?
the problem. Here's the
Man,
problem.
dude, more
Let me
people.
finish.
Okay, sorry.
Here's the problem. If it was all about social media, WWE would still be on Fox.
WWE didn't get their contract with renewed with Fox because somehow they got an insane amount of money on their first contract, and you can't go down. You either kind of stay the same or go up. And Fox was like, "Nah, we're good, bruh." You know.
Well, Fox
Like-
turned it down because they weren't getting the advertisement revenue.
Well,
that-
they also bought it right before the fucking pandemic. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You know,
But
so
they also bought it expecting viewership to be at the 5,000 range. It never hit that high. They bought it at a high price, expecting a high turnout. That
dude,
they never
okay.
got.
Here's I fucking hate social media, but like if WWE, Google it, folks, in the chat, or Canuck if you want to. WWE is amongst they're in like they're the top one, if not definitely three, social media views. Like they're
Which is
fucking.
why I say your rationale is flawed. Because if it was only social media that mattered, WWE would still be on Fox. The problem is that you have, if you look at, there are three major malfunctions that
Hey,
happen. With
I just
wrestling.
want you to know.
Hold on.
I was late. I canceled my appointment after this. I'll go as long as you want because apparently we don't agree on stuff.
So here's the three problems. Number one, AEW is geared towards the wrong audience. Number two, they're not pulling in the ratings they have to. Number three, they're not
They're pulling enough to make TNT happy. You know,
For now.
Yeah.
for now. But here's the problem. TNT will look at it like this. How many more blood drinking spots are they going to allow?
Oh my god, that's so gross. Well, that was on pay-per-view.
It doesn't matter. So was the cocaine spot that
Yeah,
cost the NWA. just
well, look. Here's the thing. I'll agree with you if they show the blood drinking on TBS or TNT, but I don't think they will. I don't.
If we want to talk about things that are shown on TBS, okay. How about cutting a man open with a pizza cutter and then running a pizza commercial right after? Anyway,
Okay, well, you know what? No, I'll argue. No, fuck you. I will argue with you. That is nowhere near a man drinking another man's blood and spitting it out like Triple H does water. Like, that's crazy. Dude, that blew my fucking mind. I couldn't believe I saw that. I've been watching wrestling over 30 years. I've seen death matches from Terry Funk, fucking Mick Foley, all of the fucking legend, John Moxley, whatever you want to call him. I've never seen anybody drink somebody's blood and then missed it out.
Stupid. It's fucking stupid.
No, it's fucking not just stupid. It's not healthy.
It's the death of a million cuts.
Yeah.
Because you okay, on AEW TV alone, how many times has Moxley bled in the last year?
Dude, how many times is he not would be easy? No, how many times is he not?
Okay.
Would be easier.
On the live television, how many times have they broke the "Don't you fucking curse"?
Dude, yeah, no, I almost tweeted that because you remember recently they AEW released all these rules.
Yeah, they broke the next show.
I'm like, this pay-per-view alone broke all of your rules at least 4 or 5 times, easily.
It's now a to-do list. It's not a to-don't list. It's a to-do list. Here's the problem. Nobody is going to tell Tony Khan that he's doing it wrong.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. He's a fucking entitled millennial with his daddy's money. He's an ECW fanboy, booking shit the way he wanted to when he was a kid.
But here's the problem. I think if you pull Paul Heyman aside and said at the height of ECW, would you have had the Sandman drink blood from Terry Funk? And he would have looked at you with this puzzled look and gone, "Are you on fucking crack?"
Wow. You know what? I kind of disagree with you on that because Sandman was so over the top. I kind of think
wouldn't have done it.
What really?
No.
Hey, all right.
Unless he was really out of it.
Is he still? I feel bad even asking. Is Sandman still alive?
I think so. Yes.
All right. So if he's on Twitter, I'm gonna tweet or X this motherfucker because I think he would have because he was, dude. I remember when I was a kid, or college, whatever, 20 years ago. He was fucking crazy, dude. Like that was some shit he would do. You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
I don't think Mick would have done it either.
No.
don't
I
think
no.
Terry
I
Funk
would.
would
I
have
would
done it.
never argue that Mick Foley would have done it, but Sandman came out smoking cigarettes, bashing beer cans over his head, fucking people like.
Okay, let's be real. If you put drinking a man's blood against breaking a beer bottle over your head,
Anybody.
it's a different screen. It's a different
Okay.
like wow.
No, I agree. So please, like, this is the first
Like
time in
driving a
my
Tesla
life.
versus driving a Cadillac. Come on.
Yeah.
now.
No, I agree, dude, 100%. So this is the first time in my life I can say I saw a wrestler drink another wrestler's blood.
Yeah.
If you don't have another instance, anybody in the chat, has this ever happened before? Because that.
The only time that it would come close, the only time it came close, and it wasn't real blood, it was syrup, is the Gangrel.
Oh, dude, no, I don't even count that. No, don't even. No,
Because
no,
that's
that,
just
that all that shit was fake. No. I'm talking about death matches, like fucking actual. Like I know it's blood.
Probably would have done it in Japan.
Okay, well I know. Yeah, okay, that's why I'm
would-
asking the chat. I don't watch Japan.
I would weigh money they've done it in Japan.
Okay.
And yes, buddy, they did crucify a guy on screen. WWE did it too.
But no, that ain't shit, dude. Come on.
Totally different realm. It's a different realm.
No. You're talking about like, is he talking about the Undertaker thing?
I'm talking about the one they did in ECW, which was way worse than the Undertaker one.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, the Undertaker one was PG compared to that.
Oh, hey, it's a problem with owning your own business. I got to take this call. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. So, what I do want to get to is the internet wrestling community as a whole is a place that I find has gotten a little overboard. We're dividing ourselves down a line that I don't think we're going to be able to come back from. You have your WWE fans on one side, your AEW, New Japan, you name them, they're there. And no time can these two lock horns. For instance, the whole Wembley incident, that was a nightmare. To sit there and state that AEW has sold more tickets than WWE ever has is a little bit of bullshit. And it was all over online. And here's the problem. We have a bunch of fans that are new. They are. And by new, I mean 10 years or less. Okay, so that's what I mean by new. They've heard about what's come before. And they've heard that, Mick Foley fell off a cage. They've heard that this guy bled. They've heard that this person did that and this person did this and the chair shots were worse and yada, yada, yada. What they don't understand is the context in which those were done. When somebody would pulmonize a person's arm, leg, neck, that person was out for a week to 2 weeks. Done. Right? Now that's just a rest spot. At what point do we go tone this shit down because we've gone too far? You've jumped the shark. And as an internet wrestling community, we should be calling out, whether it's AEW or WWE, TNA, Impact, I don't care. Any one of them does something stupid, we should be calling them out for it. But we're not. Because we're being tribalism. Big time. Even more so than the Republican Democrat Party. I would go as far as to say that wrestling fans are more divided than we are politically. And it's crazy. It's wrestling, for the love of God. It's not life or death. And we all have our likes and our dislikes. Some people love the blood and the gore and the bullshit.
I'm back. What'd I
Awesome.
miss?
I was just going on a rant about how the online wrestling community is more divided, and I'll say it again, is more divided than the political realm. And it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. It's fucking wrestling. But we are divided because we're sitting there, and if you're from the 90s, from the old school, well, you just don't understand. Wrestling has evolved with it, or just forget about it. Yeah, that's the problem. Wrestling always has evolved through the 80s, 90s, 70s, 60s, 50s. It's evolved. I get that. But there comes a point where we have to call bullshit out when it's bullshit. Whether it's WWE committing the offense, AEW, New Japan, I don't care. Across the board, we need to rein this shit back in as fans. And the other thing that I find funny, absolutely fucking hilarious, there was a tweet yesterday where this person said, well, I don't understand. If you don't like what AEW is doing, then turn it off. And a person posted underneath, haven't you noticed people are already doing that?
Well,
Like, not understanding that that's fine to say, but motherfucker, if enough people go, yeah, nope, not for me, you either change or you're gone.
yeah. God.
Do you think WWE, just because they've done it in the past, do you think WWE could get away with a bra and panties match right now in 2023?
No, but the pervert me wishes they could, but you know. Yeah.
Oh, putting that aside, do you honestly think they could get
No,
away
there,
with it?
no, there's no fucking way. So again, not to try to hype a show that's not viewable anymore. I released the first episode of May Divorce Be With You, where we reviewed The Witches of Eastwick. They couldn't make that movie today. There's no fucking way. There's no way. No fucking way.
Yeah. So the argument, well, they did it before, doesn't hold.
No, 100%. You're right. No. Like,
Doesn't hold. Because they couldn't have a bra and panties match live on Raw.
dude, I can't even say the word retard or nigga without getting canceled.
Without getting canceled.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry. You bleep those out. I'm sorry. Yeah.
But there are so many things that's the go-to. Well, they did it before. Yes, and they have learned that was very, very stupid, and they haven't done it
Dude,
since.
there was a fucking skit with Vince McMahon and Booker T where Vince, I won't say it again because I don't want to get you in trouble, but where Vince said the N word. I hate that I have to do that. But anyway, and like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, dude.
Okay.
Dude!
I will put this in a very other way. They did a storyline back in the day, leading up to WrestleMania, where Triple H looked at Booker T and said, people like you don't win this title, and then beat him at WrestleMania. So, that would
Dude, well, so here's the thing. God. So again, Bret Hart, favorite wrestler. Booker T, second favorite wrestler. That fucking storyline, I'll never forgive the WWE for because it was blatantly racist.
Yes.
It was really fucked up, and Booker T should have won, and he didn't. And I stopped watching. I'm not kidding. I stopped watching wrestling for like 6 years over that.
I got another one for you. Let's go with the theory. Well, they did it before. They can do it again.
What are you talking about?
Well, hold on. They did it in the past, so it's okay. All right, let's bring back a Katie Vick storyline. I dare you.
Dude,
I dare you.
That doesn't even fucking. What are you talking about? That doesn't even.
I
No.
dare you. I dare you, bring
Dude,
back
there is nothing. No, dude.
I dare you.
Oh my god.
And I'm just getting warmed up.
Oh my god. No, there's nothing.
Hey, Dad.
And I love how I'm a huge Booker T fan. I'm a member on his Hall of Fame podcast, and I watch him live, and I super chat him all the time. And I've met him in person several times. He was super cool to my kid. He took a pic. I have a really cool picture of him and my son together. And like, I love Booker T. Booker T is salt of the earth. He's fucking amazing, dude. But I honestly don't believe him when he says he's cool with how the end of that. No, he should have won. He should have fucking won.
Yeah.
And
And here, I'll bring it to the modern day, to the pay-per-view you just watched. There was another instance where the babyface should have won. Hangman Adam Page should have won.
no, man, I'll never agree with you on that. I fucking hate Hangman. Like,
No.
And I picked him. If you go, you can go look on my Twitter. My prediction was he's the only match I lost on the actual card on my predictions, and it was because I hate the motherfucker so much.
But here's the thing. If you take your personal feelings aside, think of the story that was told.
I mean, he should have won because Swerve like broke into his house,
Broke into his house,
through like
on
some
his kid.
Yeah, threw some.
promo on his baby
Dude, he
in
threw
a
like
crib.
clothes. He threw some clothes in the baby's crib. Yeah, it was crazy. You know, I know.
There's no way
I
in
get.
hell in a storyline situation that that Hangman should have lost that match.
Well, I'm still glad he did because I fucking hate Hangman.
Well, yeah, but I'm just
And
saying,
I love
storyline-based,
that he got
that-
beat. Like how? No, like so. As much shit as I give Tony Khan, I'll give him credit for this. Hangman Adam Page got beat by getting hung by a chain. That was awesome.
All right.
I'm like,
But
you know,
here's my question to you, and why I say they're in trouble with the network. Let's pause that for a second. You say that was the most awesome way for him to lose. Okay.
right?
But hold in the return match, because there's going to be a third.
They got to have a rubber match because they're 1-1. Yeah.
Hangman Adam Page hangs Swerve. Do you feel the same?
No, well, I don't know, man. Because, well, I don't know.
That goes really bad, really fast.
Yeah, but no, because
Imagine the baseball online.
I had this conversation already with a buddy of mine, and as much as I fucking hate Hangman, he really does have to win the rubber match, right? Because it's not gonna hurt Swerve, because Swerve.
Doesn't matter if Swerve wins or loses, but my point is, now if you take that same imagery and you reverse the roles, do you see the problem? Think back to the comments about Booker T.
Okay.
Now put that context, the racist context, into that visual.
Whoa! Hold up. Well, then you're gonna have to educate me because maybe because
right.
I
Think about
don't
it this way.
what no I
Here's the
haven't
visual
seen
I'm
it.
painting.
Whoa! I haven't seen anything racist about this.
Okay.
So if there's racist
well-
things, show me. Like,
This is where it would come into play, and why I say you have now opened Pandora's box. If you have a rubber match and Hangman Adam Page does the same finishes Swerve the same way that Hangman got.
well, no, I wouldn't. No, Swerve could not. Swerve would have to lose Like, you can't have Hangman hang Swerve. That doesn't work. No,
Because
that
it
no.
doesn't work because the visual would have them kicked off of every network known to man.
Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't even think about that. That's true, because like, yeah, you can't hang a nigga. But that's true. So, and I can't believe I just said that. I'm so sorry. Look, I was raised on the East Coast in Greensboro, North Carolina, where I was the minority in a predominantly black thing. Like, so I could say the N-word for most of my life until like 20 years ago. So fuck all of you. I don't mean it in a bad way.
You flip that narrative, and you have a major issue.
Yeah, but that said, I get it. In today's age, you couldn't have Hangman hang Swerve. So, well, then book it. How would you have Hangman beat Swerve?
It has to be decisive.
Well, okay, don't be a bitch. Give me.
Hell in a Cell.
Well, they can't do Hell in a Cell in AEW.
They can. They just do a cage and they call it Hell in a whatever. Right? They can call it whatever the fuck they want.
Okay.
You put it in a cage because here's the
It's
thing.
a purgatory match. Purgatory. Yeah,
not?
right.
They've had a Buried Alive. They've had a casket match.
Yeah.
Got news for you. So here's the thing. It has to be that way because they set it up. In the match, the death match that I thankfully didn't have to watch the full thing of, there was interference on Swerve's
Well,
side.
hey man. Well, hold up. You
So,
say that.
hey,
No. You say that, dude. It was good. There were moments that were cringe, but 90% of that match, like I've seen, I'm 44. I've seen, I don't want to exaggerate, probably like 2 or 3 dozen death matches. And this was my favorite. This was the best one I've ever
here's my
seen.
issue with this match. Here's my issue with this match. If you go back to Hell in a Cell, Undertaker versus Mankind.
That's not a death match.
Hold on. And you have him go through the cage. Then you have Kane come out and beat the holy hell out of him. And then you have the Undertaker beat the holy hell out of him. And then you have him pinned. That match loses all of its prestige.
Well, yeah, but that's not what happened, dude.
It happened.
No, dude. See,
Hangman
you've
got his ass
already said you didn't watch the match.
Okay.
Like, and I tweeted it in real time. You guys can go look on my fucking live Twitter feed.
It's not.
I thought
here and beat the holy fuck out of Hangman other than Swerve.
I thought Swerve was going to win that match. From the beginning, or no, I'm sorry. I thought Hangman was going to win that match, and then in the middle of it, I changed to like, oh, Swerve's got to win this match because the blood drinking thing, which was fucking disgustingly over the top.
The point is, was there a run in, and did he get his ass kicked by somebody else other than Swerve?
Well, Prince Nana. No. There was Brian Cage ran in.
Brian Cage came out and powerbombed the fuck out of him.
Yeah. But
My point
but Hangman, beat his ass and he got rolled out of the ring or whatever.
It shouldn't have happened because you ran him over with a bicycle, then you ran him over with a car, then you ran him over with a semi, then you ran him over with a tank, and then you dropped him out of an airplane at 4,000 feet, and then you ran him over with a tank again.
Dude, it was a fucking... I'd have been pissed if there wasn't interference. It's a goddamn death match. There's gotta be, shenanigans.
Let's go on that theory. How fucked up is it that the babyface has absolutely no friends to come out and help him?
Because, dude,
He's got
Seri-
what? He's got the Young Bucks that are in.
No,
his
he no, he doesn't. The Young Bucks are heels now. They are firmly heels. Come on.
But they got beat up by Kenny Omega.
Yeah, they're firmly heels. So the Young Bucks ain't
Why
doing
didn't
shit.
Jericho and Kenny Omega come out to help him.
Nobody's. First of all, Jericho, the way they've done it in storyline, Jericho has pissed off or burned a bridge with absolutely every single motherfucker he's been with. And somehow, through some weird, I'll be honest with you, I don't even fucking understand how Jericho and Omega are together.
Both Winnipeg boys, that's why.
Is that
And
it?
fellow
Just the Winnipeg?
boy. Yes, because they go by the Golden Jets, which is a tip of the hat to the Winnipeg Jets.
I get that, but I don't get I don't know. It feels lazy. There should have been some more.
They're tying in from Japan again because the big match was Kenny Omega.
Yeah, but no. They were versus. My point is, they should have put a little bit more work into why they're a team.
And
That's
there
just
you
my
have
opinion.
the problem with all of AEW, right
Yeah,
there. You
yeah,
should
yeah,
put a little
yeah.
bit more work into
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. So I'm glad. So I don't know if it's Nick or Matt, but one of them is really balding badly and should just shave their head. Did you notice that? It was like in the
Take a cue from Shawn Michaels and get it over.
yeah. There was a point. I honestly don't know which one it was, but during that match, one dude was like got flipped out of the ring and he walked around, and then like the camera angle was not flattering. I was like, holy shit, bro.
90% of the camera angles that AEW does.
Right.
That's the point.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit, bro. Just shave your head. You're like you're balding so bad. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Take a cue from Shawn Michaels. But here's the problem, right? We can sit here all day and discuss the problems with AEW because the list is long and it starts at the top. Now,
Well, no, that's not fair. Hold
No,
up.
it is fair.
I like
It is
no,
100%.
it's there's a lot I like about AEW. So I don't think that's a fair statement. Wow, and it's funny because what I'm about to say you probably won't like. Orange Cassidy. I fucking love what they're doing with Orange Cassidy. I love the fact that Julia Hart won the TBS championship. I talked about this on Twitter. Like, that's perfect. There's a lot I like, or not even like, just love about AEW. But to your point, sadly, there's more that I hate about AEW.
here's my point. Okay, let's take Triple H and Tony Khan, and let's take a look. If you want, go look at Triple H's Twitter account before and after Dynamite faced NXT. And then go.
Well,
do the
I mean,
same-
well,
hold on.
okay,
And
sorry.
then do the same thing with Tony Khan's Twitter, and you will see the difference between indie and professional. Case closed.
Well, yes and no. Tony is a fucking man-child.
Yep.
He's got daddy's money and can do whatever he wants. So he's not like so. I hate it because you're mostly right. You're mostly right. I will give you that. You're mostly right.
You can fault Vince McMahon for a lot of things, but you can never fault his leadership.
No,
Nobody
God damn
would
it.
turn around and
God damn it, dude.
I'll give you this. Would CM Punk on a live broadcast with Vincent Kennedy McMahon sitting beside him have done that interview the way he did, where he buried Tony Khan and he buried AEW,
dude.
and he buried everybody in the back
So
with Vince
you're
McMahon sitting beside him. Not a
No.
fucking chance.
no one. You're right, but two, from my point of view, that was the fucking greatest thing of all time.
Oh,
I'm
it
sorry.
was. It was funny as hell. But I'm sorry. If I need to prove my point, he would not have done that with Vincent Kennedy McMahon sitting beside
He
him.
even said, he even like did a glancing look over. He's like, I'm sorry, Tony, we're all still learning here. You know what I mean? That was like fucking literally something he said. It was, oh
But
my God.
at the same time, I state he wouldn't have done that with Vince sitting beside him. And if he would have
No,
tried,
no,
Vince
well,
would have
no,
shut him
because
down.
Vince wasn't still like Tony Khan. The only reason Tony Khan is in the position he's in is because, like, look, if I had a billionaire dad, I'd have an AEW of my own.
Yeah.
So fuck you, Tony Khan. You're nobody special. Okay,
Right.
you got a
So,
rich daddy.
my
That's
point.
all it is.
That's
Yeah.
my point. And
Yeah.
in order for AEW to grow, they need somebody as a front man that isn't Tony Khan.
Well, so I've been on this huge. What do you think? Like, Chris Jericho's a good frontman for them. I think, like, I feel like, I don't know. He's what? How old is Chris Jericho?
Chris Jericho is a great wrestler. Chris Jericho, I have followed forever, even before he was big.
Dude,
watched,
I
watched
no.
him wrestle in front of a bar, in front of 25 people. When he
I
was-
love no. I love no. I no. We're in the same. Chris Jericho's my number 3. You know, Bret Hart.
He doesn't even top my top 10. But Chris Jericho.
Wow, really? That's
Yeah, no.
fucked up. No, no. So Bret Hart, Booker T, Chris Jericho. Like, you know what's funny is Flair and Hogan aren't even in my top 10. I fucking hate those scumbag pieces of
You
shit.
want to see something funny? And I don't do this often, but I'll type my name underneath my bubble.
Uh-huh.
I'll type it the way it should be written if I take my mother's last name. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
That's my name if I take my mother's last.
McMahon?
McMahon. McMahon.
No, that's McMahon.
McMahon.
Yeah, McMahon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. Look at the spelling of Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
not the-
McMahon.
Okay, now you're gonna make me Google it. I don't believe you. I don't think that's true.
Take a look.
I will. I'm doing it right now.
McMahon.
That's okay. It's MCMA. Oh fuck. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. You're right. You're right. Okay. You're right. What's with this weird pencil mustache thing he's got going on right now?
Midlife crisis.
Something.
He has
Dude,
more money than
I
God.
wish, you know, like, you know, his wife, what's her name? Linda?
Yep.
She's sticking with him. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, you know, again, may divorce be with you. If it's not back up on YouTube, it'll be on Rumble soon. Just released it last night. We reviewed Witches of Eastwick. My ex-wife and I, like, she's somebody I'd like to like. I wish, like, man, I wish I had Vince's fucking balls or gumption or whatever. Because you know what I mean. Like, I'd still be with my ex if I was Vince McMahon. He's just, you know.
Vince is.
What do you like? No, seriously, this is a serious question. How do you think? Like, do you think it's like a money thing? Like, what do you think it is with the two of them? Because clearly they should not be married anymore. He publicly has a girlfriend right now. That's
not.
not his wife.
They're not
No, they're still no, they're still married. Legally, they're still married. That's my
Yeah,
point.
separated.
Dude, you're talking. I've been divorced twice. I get that. My point is, like, why are they still? Why do you think they're still legally married?
Let me ask you a question. What is Linda McMahon's profession?
She's a politician.
What does WWE do for Linda McMahon?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Like, nothing
Promote
good.
her like a motherfucker. The last time she ran, I'll give you an example. The pandemic. Right? Mm-hmm. Do you think it
Dude,
was...
she lost her last election campaign.
But
So WWE ain't doing her no favors, man. That's
she's doing them major favors. When they
How?
got, would you let me talk and I'll tell you. When they got the permissions to run the performance center, it coincidentally happened to have when Linda McMahon's party gave a whole bunch of money to that state. I wonder what happened there.
Well, dude, first of all, she's a fucking Republican. Second of all, Florida.
Yes, she is.
Third of all, that all of those things are a coincidence, in my
Oh
opinion.
yeah, 100%.
You know.
Yeah, 100%. The Brinks truck backed up, and they got the rights to perform.
Yeah, it was like, come on. It's like, oh, Republican, Florida. Yeah, here. And then I still can't believe Donald Trump is a member of the fucking WWE Hall of Fame. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, come on! One of the best shots on TV was Stone Cold Steve Austin giving a Stone Cold Stunner to fucking Donald Trump. Come on, that was great.
Well, Donald Trump. Fucking somebody, please pull that clip up. That's one of the worst stunner.
No.
Well, no. Well,
McMahon's
Vince's okay. Vince's was worse. So Donald Trump is easily the second worst stunner.
Nope, Linda McMahon.
I don't remember that one. I'll have to see that.
I do, and it was terrible.
Yeah, no. If you don't publicly or privately, I don't.
Yeah,
Linda took a stunner. Yep. I don't even remember that.
Yes, she did. No. So, but with that, I think we'll put a pin in it, and we'll come back and talk some more wrestling another time, either on Dork Knight's channel or mine. But with that, I'm going to say thank you all. Thank you, Dork Knight, and we're going to get out of here.
Thank all of you. Yeah.
Take her easy, folks.